Good morning, welcome to SHLR Technosoft. Today I'm going to show you about the Smart School application of Anantapur in Andhra Pradesh, where I'm using my credentials. I'm just signing in now. This application, and this is the dashboard. Today I'm going to show you about the front office. The front office first module we are coming with the admission inquiry, where this all the form to be filled. For example, I'm just giving an inquiry form now. Contact number, date, next follow-up date. Reference it is by self, or if they are from admission, I'm just going self. Source admission BSc Economics 1, where I've just saved it. You just see your data stored successfully. Where you'll be getting a complete details here, where I've just mentioned it. It is already inactivated. If I want, I can just edit it, otherwise I can delete it. If I just click on the, we'll get a pop-up like this. The page, the details will be getting here. This is about the admission inquiry. Next in front office model, I'm coming with the visitors book. The visitors book, first we are coming with, where first I'm selecting with the sports or purpose. Whatever the purpose it's there, we can just mention it here. Name we can just give once name. Contact number. If they're having an ID card number, we have to mention their ID card number. Number of persons to date, and the timing also I'm just mentioning it. I've just mentioned it. Promote principal. Where in the visitors book we'll be getting it. Where I just mentioned it. Annual meet. My contact number. Timing also has been mentioned. If I want, I can just delete it here. There is a delete option. The report has been deleted successfully. Usually I can take a print and Excel copy. Where the Excel copy has been downloaded. Where we'll be getting a complete details here, in and out time, and the date also has been mentioned here. We'll be getting a details in the Excel sheet. The next I'm coming with the phone call log. In the phone call log, where I just mentioned it is, I just mentioned it, the name dated on today's recording fees. I'm just updating it. Next follow up on next month, I'm just giving it on top of 4. Call duration, for incoming I can just give it save. this is a purpose, like we could say all the incoming and outgoing calls where record has been inserted successfully, where you can just see here where I just mentioned it to the date incoming, where we'll be getting a complete. I can just take Excel copy here. You can just see here I just mentioned it. This is about the phone call log. Next I'm coming to Postal Dispatch. Where in Postal Dispatch to title I'm just mentioning it as H. Can just mention it as SHLR. Reference number, if I have, we can just give the reference number where SP05 just mentioned. Where the address I'm just giving it as Bangalore. Note, if I have note, we can just put it note. The title from where title SHLR oblique dated. If I'm having any document, we can just give it, we can just attach it. I can just give it as more. The record has been inserted successfully. We will be just getting here the details to title SHLR Bangalore and the number I just mentioned SB05 and from title SHLR Hubli and the address has been mentioned here. As well, I can just download. Otherwise, there is an edit option and there is a option also delete. We can just delete it. This is about the Postal Dispatch. Next, I'm coming about Postal Receive, where we are getting any products or anything, any books or anything regarding college. We are just mentioning it here from SHLR Bangalore. The reference number SP. I'll just mention it as UB 06. Address Hubli. Note books. I just mentioned to title SHLR Hubli. Date I've just mentioned today's date. Where we'll be getting the postal receive. Where I just mentioned it as SHLR Bangalore HB06 SHLR Hubli. Just mentioned it detailedly. As well, I can just take an Excel copy here. Where we'll be getting a complete details here. The postal receive. Next, I'm coming with the complaint. If any complaint has been, we can just go through. We can just update it here in the complaint, where I'm just selecting it as complaint type regarding teaching admission complained by, where I can just give it as the name, contact number. I'm just mentioning it, dated, description regarding teaching. Whatever the descriptions regarding teaching or any issues, I just give it here. Complained by the staff, we can just mention it. Regarding studies, where I just saved it. Where I just mentioned in the teaching Name I have just mentioned it. Contact number. As well, there is a delete option and a print option where I can just take Excel copy here. Here you can just say I have just mentioned it. We get complete details here. This is about the complaint. Next I'm coming with the visitor purpose master, where I can just create a master here. The purpose, where we have just already mentioned some. You can just see here the purpose. I can just give it as parents meet description studies. I just mentioned it as studies. Where we have just inserted the record. You can just see here the parents and the date has been mentioned. Visual, I can just take Excel copy PDF if I want. This is a complete detail of the front office module. Thank you, SHLR.